Hi, welcome back to the Sing Confidently Live Creatively podcast. Today, we are getting into 10 ways that you are going to be able to start your creative journey in 2025 for little to no money, no cost, or very little cost. Okay. These are 10 simple things that you can do if you are wanting to be more creative or you feel like you don't even know where to begin. Let's get into these 10 simple things that you can do. Like these are 10 options. You can choose one of these, choose multiple of these. We'll get into it. But this is going to be a fun episode because this is how we're starting. Like this is how we're starting this new year. It's like we're ready to be creative and to build confidence in that. But sometimes you don't even know where to begin, right? So maybe you really want to be a performer, an artist in 2025, but you have no idea where to even start. Like you don't know whether you need to build confidence as a singer because you don't even know if you want to sing or act or dance. You haven't explored it before really, or you haven't done it in a long time. You don't know really where to begin before you even start building confidence in yourself as a singer. Maybe you want to explore other creative outlets and avenues, and then you're going to come and build confidence as a singer, right? With me, right? Right. Okay. So, but maybe you're also, alternatively, maybe you are a performer, you're a performing artist, right? Which those of you listening to the show, you're all performing artists. Maybe you're not doing it professionally or you're not doing it, very much as of right now, but you are wanting to be, right? You have that gift in you. So you are a performing artist. You just have to, start taking more action in that. But maybe you are a performing artist, even professionally, or you're doing it very intentionally, but you just want another creative outlet. So this episode is for you. If you are feeling called to be creative, you're called to do something creative, but you start to doubt yourself because you think that maybe this is a selfish desire. Like, I don't really have time for this. I don't have money for this. Well, in 2025, you can be creative and you can do any one of these steps, these options that I'm going to go through for you to start your creative journey. You can do any one of these for little to no cost, for little to no money. So that money cannot be an excuse. Okay, we're gonna put that aside. Um, and also a lot of these things like you can do in a few minutes every day or a few minutes every week. Like, so we're gonna go into these 10 ways to start your creative journey in 2025 for little to no cost. And the first number one thing before we even go into these 10 options, I want you to focus on the number one thing. Be willing to explore. Technically, there's a step before exploring, which is like reflect and surrender, which I've talked about so many times in so many episodes, you guys. Scroll on back, scroll on back. But you got to start with surrender, right? Surrendering to God and like, okay, God, like I'm ready for like whatever your creative gifts that you've put in me, like I'm ready to explore them. And then reflect a little bit of, okay, what did I love to do when I was younger? What are some things that I've actually enjoyed? Like, what are some of my favorite moments that I've ever had in my life? And have those moments come when I was doing something creative, right? Have I felt the most joyful when I was doing this creative thing, right? So sometimes, that's actually where we begin. We start with surrendering to God and what his gifts are that he's put in our hearts, right? Getting to know him, right? Building that relationship with him. You guys, if you have any questions about that, you're always welcome to chat with me, DM me. But, and then it also starts with reflecting on like, okay, what do I actually like to do? What are things that I've done in the past that have worked for me? And then you start to explore. But the number one thing that we're focusing on today is exploring. Okay. We're starting 2025 with exploration of of different things that we can do creatively to start our creative journey for little to no cost. And so let's go through these 10 things. I'm excited to share these with you. I made a post on Instagram like a while back. I don't even know how many years it was. Where I shared like it was like a carousel post of like 5 different things that you can do for little to no cost. So those are the first 5 things. Actually, those are like a few of those. And then I expanded it because I was like, wait, there are more things that I can, that you can do. So I'm kind of jumping off of that. So if any of you followed me like a couple years ago, you might have seen this post, but this is going to be expanded. Okay. So 10 ways to start your creative journey in 2025, little to no cost. Here we go. Number one is writing. Okay. You can start to write for literally little to no cost. Okay. Maybe you need to buy pen and paper, but you probably already have pen and paper around you, or you have your phone. If you're listening to this, you can write on your phone in your notes app, which is free, comes with an iPhone. or whatever phone you have. I'm sure there's a notes app, or you can text it to yourself, right? Like there are so many ways that you can, for free or little money, start to write. You can just journal, grab a journal, get one from the nearest dollar store. If you're in the US or wherever you can, wherever you are, just grab some paper, get some paper and start to write. Write a post on Instagram or on your stories, right? Start to write. Write a poem, write a write a review for this podcast. Just kidding, but actually not. Actually, if you write a review for the podcast, it does help the podcast get seen by more people around the world who need to start, feeling more creative and singing. So, I love a review. There you go. That's your writing for the day, right? So, but write something. That is a way for you to explore your creativity and just like start to write stories, start to write songs, start to write poems, and just try out stringing words together and see what comes, right? That is a beautiful way for you to start to explore creativity for free, for free or little money. So start writing. That's number one. A second way that you can start your creative journey in 2025 for little to no cost is that you can start designing. Designing, what could I possibly mean by designing? Well, this could be like, for instance, Canva. You guys know what Canva is? It's a free app. There's a free plan. You can just download it on like any app store on your phone, or even you can just go to the website on your laptop if you have a laptop or iPad. You can download on iPad, go to the website on your laptop. It's Canva, CAN as in Nancy, V as in Victor, A as in Apple.com. Okay. Canva.com. And you can start like designing graphics, and these can be like Instagram posts that you design, or you just like want to make a graphic and just see what comes. Like you just start putting colors together, you just start putting things together. Like that's a very creative way, a very great way to be creative. And it's free. Like you can do that on Canva. You can do that on, I'm sure there are other free apps. I use Canva for graphics, and it's free. And it's like you have so many options. There are templates. If you don't want to stare at a blank screen and like start adding color, just start with the template and then start changing colors, writing things on there, create a cool Instagram post or Facebook post, something like that's a great way to just like be creative, just like have fun with it and just see what you create and see what you make. And maybe you end up posting it in our Facebook group and say like, hey, this is like a cool, like inspirational quote that I found on, like I Googled inspirational quotes and then I put it on this graphic and I made a graphic around it. And there you go, right? You can just design some sort of quote or infographic to express something that's important or inspiration for it. And then you can make it your lock screen on your iPhone or on your phone. You can make it like your screensaver on your phone or your laptop, right? And that's a beautiful way to be creative. And then you can actually use that to inspire yourself and like put it on your screensaver on your phone or your laptop or something. And it's like, here, I have this cool quote that I created, right? I created this graphic. So designing, that's a great way to start your creative journey this year. All right. That's number two. The third thing, or a third way that you can start your creative journey for little to no cost, is you can start dancing. Okay. So some of you are like, dancing, that costs money. Not necessarily. Okay. You can turn on music on your phone, which you probably already have, or a laptop or something, play some music and start moving your body. There you go. You're dancing. Okay. Move your body to the rhythm. Okay. You want to do it a little bit more structured way. I get it. I understand. I'm the same way. Look up on YouTube. YouTube is free. Look up on YouTube, online dance tutorial, online dance class, online follow along dance workout, dance cardio. You will find so many videos where you can literally just play one and follow along with these dancers or these, personal trainers. Some of them will be like more workout geared, like geared towards more workout stuff. But if you're looking for more of like creative, like expressive, like you can also just find like dances that people have done, like choreographed to songs that you love, and just try to like learn it by stopping and starting the video and just follow along. I did that so many times when I was in like high school and middle school because I was like not in dance class anymore, but I still wanted to be dancing. So I would literally just look up videos on YouTube and learn dances. I learned so many dances by Zendaya. I was a huge fan of Shake It Off and Zendaya. Ah, those were the days. Anyone else? Yeah, I'm a huge Zendaya fan, but the Zendaya standing started when I was in high school, maybe late middle school, early high school. And I started learning like all of her dances. Like she used to post dance videos on YouTube. I just learned them. Like I just would pause and start the video again and again and just learn them on my own. And I had fun. Anyway, yeah, please let me know if you love Zendaya too, because I am such a huge fan and I can gush about her forever. But anyway, yeah, learn dance videos. You can also, okay, this will cost a little bit more money, but honestly, just find a local dance class at your local, like, performing arts center. You can find dance classes for like probably under $25, like under $20, some of them, right? And just try a dance class. And then if you're like, I can't do this consistently and like pay for a class all the time, just go to one like every now and then, every month in 2025, right? Or every quarter in 2025. Make sure you go to a dance class. And then the rest of the time you work on the dance that that maybe you learned the dance in the class. Maybe you videotape yourself doing it or you videotape someone doing it. And then you just work on that dance at home for free. There you go. All right. So that's the third way that you can dance for little to no money, or that you can be creative for little to no money, is start dancing. Okay. I hope you guys are take your notes. Okay. Take notes and then circle which one you're going to do. So make sure you're writing these down. Okay. Number 1 was writing. Number 2 was design. Number 3, dancing. And number 4, drawing. Okay. Oh, I haven't gotten to number 4. Okay. Number 4 is drawing. Okay, the fourth thing that you can do is you can draw. Again, this is putting pen to paper, just like writing. Simple, something you can do. You probably have pencils and pens lying around you and paper around you in your house or your home or wherever you are. Or you can, again, buy paper and pen for not too, pretty easily. Some of you might have iPads and like Apple pencils, and you can do this on your iPad or Apple with your Apple pencil or something, right? Or laptops with a pen. Some of you can do this on your laptop, right? Just draw. Just take a quiet moment to yourself. Maybe go outside in nature and draw what you see. Draw a tree, okay? Draw out, or maybe you have that quote in mind. Maybe you don't want to design it on a graphic like online, but maybe you want to write the quote out with maybe you have nice handwriting, or you practice your handwriting nicely and you write that out, and then you like sort of design the quote, right? On the paper that you're using, and you're drawing around it. You're drawing little pictures or images or graphics, right? Like you can be creative in that way. And that's so easy. It's so simple. You can do this in a few minutes, right? You do this in a few minutes every day or a few minutes a week. Just choose like to draw, right? That's a super simple thing you can do. All right. Number 5 is painting. You can start painting for little to no money. So this is the one that I would say is like one of the more expensive ones. So we're getting a little bit more expensive. Okay. But you can go to a dollar store or like a dollar store or a Walmart in the US. Outside of the US, it might be different, but I just know in the US you can go to a dollar store and like get cheap paint and cheap paint brushes. And once you get it once, like except for paint that you might have to refill, but like a paintbrush, you could just wash it and like use it again, wash and use it again. Like, and you can do this, like, I'm sure you could get paint and paintbrushes from the dollar store for at least under $10, right? Or under $15, which can be a stretch. But if you're just doing it once and you're going to use it for the rest of for the next couple of months every now and then, just to be creative, right? That's worth a little bit of money just finding ways to be creative, right? And to spark creativity in your life this year. So I think that's worth it. And so this is like a little bit more pricey, but it's still like not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money. You're not like spending a bunch of money for a painting class or, getting the nicest painting for the nicest sketchbook. You could just use regular paper and get a paintbrush and some like simple watercolor paint from the store and just start painting and start exploring how that, what can you create? Again, go outside and look at nature and create something with that paint and that, and that time. So that's another option. Again, it's a little more expensive, but still little cost. Not no cost, but little cost. All right. The next one also is not no cost necessarily, but little cost. So this is really popular now, is beading and jewelry, right? Because of, especially like with the Eras tour, if you're a Taylor Swift fan, like doing all the beads, friendship bracelets, right? So beading and jewelry making is like really having a comeback right now in the crafting world and just like social media and stuff, which is so cool. But that's a great way to be creative, right? Again, this is something you can get from the dollar store. You can get beads and string. You can get it from Walmart or like some sort of any store near you. You can get beads and string. In the US, I'm sure even outside of the US, there are ways to do this. You can also like if you already have jewelry, like try to like tinker around with it and like maybe like cut one of the bracelets that you have and decide to switch out the beads with another one. Like, I don't know, be creative, right? Have fun with beading and jewelry. Like, find beads. I used to love doing this when I was in high school and middle school. Like, I loved beading and jewelry. I would make bracelets, I would make jewelry a lot when I was younger. Like, this is a fun one. Honestly, I should get back into it. I'm tempting myself, but that's a great way to spark your creativity is to get some beads and some string and start making jewelry. Okay, make some friendship bracelets. There's so many places that you can get some of this stuff. You can get them online too on Amazon for like not very expensive as well. So that would probably be maybe like under $30, I would say, for that. So again, a little bit more cost. The next one, number 7, is acting. You can start. Did you guys know you can start acting for free or little to no money? Yes, you can. All you have to do is read a play or find a play. You can get this from your local library. You can get a play on Amazon, like for like probably under $20, $15, maybe even under $10 if it's like a really short one or like a classic, right? At your local thrift store, which is also somewhere you could probably find paint and beading supplies, is at a local thrift store for really cheap, I'm sure. And even like canvases, I'm sure. But yeah, you can find a play. If you don't want to buy a play or purchase a play or go to a library to borrow a play, you can find one. You can find stuff online. You can find a monologue online. Just look up free monologues. Simple. Monologues for girls, monologues for boys, monologues for men, monologues for women. There you go. You found some monologues, right? Or you find a monologue from the play that you're reading. And all you got to do is just find one that intrigues you, something that's interesting to you. Start reading it out loud. Explore the character. Read it out loud in front of your video camera or like your camera on your phone and videotape yourself or read it out loud in front of the mirror and start to notice your expressions. Start to change your expressions based on the words and the character, right? You are acting. Congratulations. You just acted for free or little money if you bought the play, right? There you go. You just started acting for free. So that's a great way to explore the creativity of acting and exploring characters and the writing and the storytelling, right? There you go. Okay, you can even record yourself doing it and post it in our Facebook group. And I would love to support you starting to act in a very simple, free way. All right. The 8th way that you can start to create your creative journey this year is to create content. You can start creating content on Instagram, TikTok. If TikTok is still around at this time, I don't even know what's happening with TikTok. On YouTube Shorts, you can start creating content for free on social media. You can be vlogging with your video camera. You can take video clips and go to CapCut, which is an app, a free app on your smartphone called CapCut. They also have one for laptops, but not my version of my laptop, unfortunately. But you can do it on your laptop or phone. You can put video clips together and add little graphic designs, add words to it, and change the colors, change the fonts. A lot of these things are free. Like most of the things on the app are, well, not most, but a lot of things on the app are free. You can use it like and just have fun with it and create videos, create vlogs, post that on your stories, post it on social media, or it could be a private account. It doesn't matter, but you're creating, right? You're creating content. That's a creative way. That's a great way to start your creative journey is create content, vlogging, telling about your life and sharing a little bit of that video footage. You're making videos basically. Your videography, it's actually videography, but you're just doing it in a way that's like, kind of like low key and not too stressful. So yeah, there you go. That's number 8. Number 9 is to start knitting or crocheting, right? This is again something that will cost a little bit of money on the front end. You're gonna have to go to dollar store, maybe. I don't know if they have yarn at dollar stores, but maybe a craft store. This will probably be maybe the more expensive one. You have to like go to a craft store or on Amazon or online. You got to get some yarn and also knitting needles. So that will probably on the front end, you get knitting needles. Once you get the knitting needles the one time, you won't have to buy them again. The yarn you would have to buy again unless you like just undo what you created and then you have to, and then you reuse it to create something else. But So the yarn you would have to replace like after you finish it, but you can get like some spools of yarn. Is that what they're called? I don't think they're called spools. That's for sewing, which is another great option. Sewing, knitting, crocheting, something like that. That's a great way that you can start your creative journey. It is a little bit more expensive, I will say, but it's not like it's costing you hundreds of dollars. Like it's not going to cost you as much on the front end. And it's really not going to cost you more than probably like 30 or so dollars, $40 once you get the knitting needles, and then you just get the yarn or the crocheting yarn thread. I don't know. I don't crochet. But I used to knit when I was in middle school and high school, and I loved it. So there you go. And then the last but not least, you're probably wondering, Estelle hasn't mentioned singing. That's weird. That's weird because that's like all she talks about. Yes, I was saving the best for last. Okay, maybe not the best. I'm biased. But singing, you can start singing. You can start singing for free. All you have to do is open your mouth and la la la. There you go. Sing. All right, go and follow along with any of my vocal warm-ups on my podcast, which is free for you. And there you go. You're starting to sing. You can sing along with the song that you love. You're starting to sing. Yay, that's a free way to start your creative journey, is to start singing. And guess what? You can come do this with me for free. At the end of this month, I'm doing a singing workshop. Come to the free Facebook group. So that way you know when that's happening, and make sure you subscribe to this podcast as well. And you know when that's happening and the sign up information and all of that. But like there are so many opportunities for you to sing for free with me that I'd love to do through my studio and this podcast. So make sure you're staying connected in our Facebook group, which is free, and this podcast. Stay subscribed, because I'm always championing you and encouraging you to sing for the free, like with me. So make sure that you are singing. That's the 10th and last way that you can start your creative journey this year. So I hope that these helped you. I hope that these sparked some inspiration for you. So go through the list that we've made and circle which one, maybe like your top 3 ones that you would like to try this year. So the first one was writing. Second one is designing. Third, dancing. Fourth, drawing. Fifth, painting. Sixth is making jewelry. Seventh is acting. Eighth is creating content online. Ninth is knitting, crocheting, or sewing. And 10th is singing. And you can come do this singing with me, of course, in the free Facebook group. You can come do it with me in the workshop that I'll be doing at the end of this month, and anytime, really. And then you can also circle one of these, 1 to 3 of these, like what are your top ones that you're going to do, and come share it in the Facebook group. Come to the performing arts community and let me know which one of these you are going to do this year to spark your creativity. I would love to know. And I'm so excited to just, be along with you on this journey. I want you to know that your creative passions are not selfish, okay? It is not selfish. It is worthwhile. It is worth exploring. And you just got to start. You got to start. And these are great ways to start. And I hope that you do. Let me know if you do. Come to the Facebook group and post it in there. I'll also probably make a post on Instagram, and you can come and let me know over there as well what you're going to be doing to start your creative journey this year. All right. I hope you have an amazing day, and I can't wait to talk to you later. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode and to this show. I'm so in awe of you for being here and showing up for your creative gifts. That takes courage. Don't forget to join the Performing Arts community on Facebook for support and inspiration as you continue on your journey. If this episode helped or inspired you in any way, please leave a review on Apple Podcasts and share it with someone. It means so much. Thank you again, and don't forget to keep singing, acting, dancing, performing, and living creatively. Talk to you next time.